Kate? Is that you, Kate? When I returned home after 4 months, I found my daughter, who had drastically changed, in the dark bathroom. I had been staying at my parents' house in the countryside for a while to help them. The bathroom floor was scattered with her once proud long red-brown hair, and her thin body, soaked through, had clothes clinging to it. I stepped into the narrow bathroom and shook my daughter's limp shoulders. "Kate, are you okay? What happened?" She slowly looked at my face as if coming back to herself.
Mom!
Relieved, she burst into tears. Up close, I could see that her hair was not only cut with scissors but also shaved with clippers. The horrific sight made me hug her tightly. She was supposed to get married soon. After she calmed down, she began to speak in a halting voice.
It was Kathy and Dad who did this.
I had a vague suspicion, but knowing my husband was involved still shocked me.
They must have planned it. They wanted to ruin my marriage. They told me they'd be gone for 5 days and that I should break off the engagement by then.
Unforgivable. I desperately held back the urge to scream as I dialed my husband to find out the truth. "Hello?
Oh, what's up? We're at the airport right now. We're off to the West Coast for a 4-night, 5-day trip. We're going to enjoy some great food."
Despite what he'd done to our daughter, my husband spoke casually, as if nothing had happened. In fact, he sounded cheerful. I had intended to yell at him, but his attitude made me stop.
Is something wrong? Our flight is about to leave, so if you have something to say, just email me. Oh, and by the way, don't contact us during the trip. We want to enjoy our family vacation. Talk to you later.
With that, he hung up the phone. In that moment, I felt all the love, trust, and connection I had with my husband shattered completely. "Kate, this house is filled with memories of your dad, but is it okay if I let it go?" At my whisper, Kate nodded slightly. "I will never forgive those who hurt my daughter." I immediately began preparations to send them to hell and left the house with my daughter. My name is Martha, 51 years old. I have a family of 4, my husband and 2 daughters. My elder daughter, Kathy, is 33 years old and got married 6 years ago. She now lives out of state. My younger daughter, Kate, is 25 and seems to have found someone she wants to marry. At first glance, we might seem like an ordinary family, but we are actually a step-family, having remarried with children from previous marriages. And right now, we are facing problems that ordinary families don't. I lost my previous husband in a car accident when I was 28. It was so sudden that my world went dark, and all I could do was cry. On the night of the wake, overwhelmed with shock, I collapsed into bed. My mother sternly said to me,
"Martha, pull yourself together. You are a mother."
Her words snapped me back to reality. I had been so consumed by the grief of losing my husband that I had no space left to think about my daughter.
"We'll support you, but you need to take care of Kate. That's something only you, as her mother, can do."
Tears began to flow from my eyes again. Thinking about my husband, who had left behind our 2-year-old Kate, made my heart feel like it was going to burst. But a new strength began to grow within me, different from what I had felt earlier. I would protect Kate on my own from now on. That thought gave me strength.
Why don't you come back home once you've calmed down?
My mother's offer, out of concern, made me happy, but I had no intention of going back. Thank you, but this house is what he left for us. The house we lived in, the three of us, was the home my husband and I bought right after we got married. After his death, the loan was paid off through insurance, and I just couldn't bear to leave it. I'll be fine. Somehow, we'll manage. My mother respected my decision and came to the city to support me for about 6 months. I'm sure it's because of her that I was able to recover more quickly than I expected. I met my current husband, Brian, at the first part-time job I took after becoming a single mother. It was a small company with about 15 people, so the employees were close, and the atmosphere was homey. Among them, my husband, who was also raising a daughter on his own, and I quickly hit it off and became close. With his frizzy hair and round black-rimmed glasses, he was stylish and cute.
My daughter is in 5th grade.